everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to Oxenfree. We still need to find all the notes. Yeah, we need to get to the bunker after we do that. And the wishing well is where it is here. Okay, for some reason space wasn't working there.
Maggie and Anna tried to bring the soldiers back in the cave.
After stealing equipment from this relay station, Anna and I entered the cave just before dawn to try and communicate directly with the crew of the USS Kanaloa. We successfully tuned in to the source of the temporal tear and spoke, albeit briefly, to Henry Griffin, an SOC sergeant who died on the sub, but the power overwhelmed my dear Anna and she was absorbed into its ridge. All that remains now is a flickering blue hue of a partially open gate, a window to a perpendicular space that seems to have augmented the submarine's call. But of all my regrets, perhaps the deepest is knowing Anna's last vision was of me fleeing from her in terror. See, I don't know. Like, I can understand that as a feeling, but like if something absolutely horrible was happening to me and I didn't think that anybody else there could actually save me from it, I think I would be comforted by the fact that they were running away. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I think collecting all the notes is important. And I'm going to do it. Just to make sure that we're not doing the wrong thing. Whoops.
Under the ladder, below the Tango,
T
Oscar,
O
Whiskey,
W
Echo,
E
Romeo.
R. Tower.
Under the ladder, below the Tango.
Under the ladder below the tower. So right over here.
The communication school here taught them how to make codes.
Recruiters learned communications technology here, and several others learned code breaking. It's true, but due to my aptitude in math and mechanical engineering, I was assigned code making, specifically ciphers with which to conceal projects from even other government agencies. It was a job I grew increasingly uncomfortable with, but my keen interest in radio science had me pulling double duty as a comms officer. I remember one of the Kanaloa's engineers, Francis, called me a radio woman. As far as I knew, it was my only job. As far as he knew, it was my only job. I think we'll just go in over here to the facilities. Actually, I don't think I ever...
Fort Milner was the home of the U.S. Army Radio Communications School, which saw more than 100,000 students take its curriculum. During the years it was open, the school trained troops from the various armed services in applied oral communication, radio and TV broadcasting, telecommunications, and what was then state-of-the-art techniques in code breaking using an early form of computer technology. The school was moved to Fort Baxter in Southern California when the post closed in 1974, and it still resides there to this day. Fort Milner was the home of the U.S.
Okay. That's what I thought, but... I mean, we have until dawn before things go crazy, so we definitely have time. I don't see... There's been no warnings of the sun's about to come up, or... Because we've been getting the time... Oh, well, there we go.
Well, Maggie brought her friend Anna here to help, I guess.
When people in the comms department begin transferring off, I was able to convince my higher-ups, including coincidentally one eventual Army passenger aboard the Kanaloa, Henry Griffin, to bring Anna on board as a replacement. Anna had been working in broadcasting, so it made enough sense to the upper ranks. Incidentally, when I dream, it is usually during this time period amidst the change, and I am trying to prevent Anna from ever coming. Ah, okay. Okay. So there's nothing, no a further way that we can go here, so. That was convenient. Alright. There are 2 left. And 2 photos we didn't take. Where haven't we gone? Epiphany Field's one of them. I think. Where's the other, though? Because we went to the beach. I've seen that one. We got the one in Main Street. We got the one on the cliffs. We got the one on the beach. I guess we maybe didn't get the one in the Adler estate? No, because that's like the original. No, because that's what we found in the effects here.
Okay, I'm just gonna say one thing, and then I promise it'll be the last time I bring it up tonight. But you know you screwed up with Ashley at the concert, right? I mean, it's not a giant thing, but still.
Who's Ash? Oh, you mean Amanda? My really good friend Amanda who's moving away forever? That Amanda?
Yeah, that Amanda, who stole her mom's car.
Wow.
And I don't care if you didn't know she didn't have permission to take it, because whatever, fine. But you knew you didn't have permission to go to that show. Just tell me it's the last time I hear about you stealing a car. However inadvertently, my little heart can't handle the excitement.
It'll be the last time, but maybe not for the reasons you think.
I don't really care about the reasons, just for my own sanity, don't do it anymore. Oh, and I wanted to say, per your advice, I think I'm gonna really, commit to Clarissa. That sounds dumb, like I'm pinning her or something, but you know what I mean.
Wow. Big man on campus. I don't know why I said that. Big step. That's what I mean. Big step.
It's not a big deal, I'm just letting you know, so, I don't know why, I just wanted to tell you. Come on, let's get to the Sentry before the last boat comes. I gotta get the, visual aid for the history project. And then I just gotta write the stupid essay.
What history project? They still make you do, work with so little left in the year?
Unfortunately. It's just like a town history thing for civics, you know? So it's forced me to kinda, I don't know. And I mean, it's funny, I don't know if I even want to be here next year. It's just all so flat. Same people, the same expressions.
Well, if you leave, I'd certainly miss you.
Yeah, no, I'd miss you too. It's just that everybody here knows me, you know? I know you think I have it on easy street, but people looking at you all the time, wanting evidence that it's good, that they lived here, that good things can happen to people that are from here, it can get to be a real drag. Like, how about somebody else be captain of whatever for once? Give me a rest.
Just don't put so much pressure on yourself, Michael. Who cares what they think? You're gonna do what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. Yes, I will. Let's head back before Karen Strands is here. You know, when we saw Uncle Pete last month, I wanted to ask him, because he got out moving to New York. And I asked him if it was hard leaving. Know what he said?
It was hard? I mean, knowing Uncle Peter, he was probably 3 sheets to the wind.
He said the hardest part was deciding what to take with him and what to leave behind. I thought it was, I don't know, for him, kind of almost touching.
Oh my, how profound. I can't believe Uncle Pete's a mere failed actor and not teaching philosophy at Berkeley.
Oh, shut up. I cannot believe I had to pick you up from the police station because of Grand Theft Auto. I mean, that is too funny.
Yeah, whatever, man.
That's an interesting segue.
Alex?
Stop it. Just stop. Ugh.
You got, you went bad again? I couldn't get you out of it. We should get this done, now.
I saw Michael again. I'm sorry. When I'm there, I just get sucked into it like nothing happened.
Come on, it's alright. I think I can hear Ren and Nona down there.
Yeah, I knew we'd be pressured into going in. All right, so I want to confirm this. There's 3, 6, 9, 13 different letters. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different locations. Oh, and it was all yesterday that I... okay. I'm not convinced we got all the ones in Fort Milner. We only got 2 of them, right? But yeah, we only got 2 of them. And there's probably one in Hardin Tower as well. That's probably the ones that we're missing. Don't tell me we have to go all the way back around to get to Milner Outpost. Oh no, is it hard locking me? It's hard locking me. No! Game! Game! Okay, I'm hitting Alt F4. I'm hoping this doesn't screw with anything royally. That's not cool. I'm not gonna be able to get to the tower. I'm not gonna be able to get to the tower at all. I'm actually really disappointed they did this. I'm gonna have to go through the entire game again if this goes poorly because we don't have all the notes. I really don't know what's going to happen, by the way. I don't know if I accidentally just erased all the data or if I'm gonna start back after this. I feel like there's hidden saves all over the place.
Stop it. Just
Yeah.
stop.
Alright, well, we're stuck.
You went bad again? I couldn't get you out of it. We should get this done, now.
I saw Michael again.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. When I'm there, I just get sucked into it like nothing happened.
Come on, it's alright. I think I can hear Ren and Nona down there.
I'm actually a little annoyed that the game did this. This is gonna be one of the downsides.
Just don't say anything to them, okay? It's just like a trial period, like buying a used car that I can already tell is missing a lot.
What? I know, I'm cool.
So don't get...
Say anything about what? What are you guys talking about?
They're totally dating now.
We're dating.
Yep.
Nona and I, we're gonna date.
Rin, dude, what did I just say?
What? They asked, right? You asked?
Mazel tov on the happy couple.
Thank you.
No, stop. It's one date at the Revival Theater. We're just gonna sit quietly in the dark and watch a documentary on Bosnian genocide.
Romantic.
Cool. I'm guessing that this was Nona's idea.
Hey, I gave him a choice. It was either this or volunteer at an animal shelter that only keeps frenzied possums. Anyways, I know it's stupid to be
It's a good
planning
joke.
or whatever for this, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's not that insignificant or whatever.
Whatever. Truly the language of love.
Shut up, you know what I mean.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, at the very least, I'll get to hear embarrassing stories. So,
I want to get this off my chest. Just something happened to us tonight, Alex. Something broke. I don't know if it was the ghosts or whatever, but you've been acting like not you.
Ren.
No.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say, really.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm even saying this now.
This is stupid, but can we, like, take a picture?
Why?
I don't know. In case things go bad and...
Yeah, let's do it. We're on a beach. Kind of. Let's keep a shred of normal here.
All right, let's take it.
Alex, get in here.
You're not getting out.
All right.
Once we're in there, the door won't open again since the system's so convoluted. So, make sure you're ready to finish this before we go inside.
Maybe it'll give me the chance. Okay, thank goodness. So yeah, it doesn't look... Yeah, it's an interesting picture, right? It's like people trying to be happy, but also in a very serious situation. Okay, so we're in the facilities, right? No, we're in the outpost. And that's fine, because it's not here. Let's try going up this way.
Time for Fina, Lima, Echo, Echo, Papa. In the middle of things. Time
Wait.
for Fina, Lima, Echo, Echo, Papa. In the middle
Sleep
of things.
in the middle of things. I do want to open that door as well.
It says that the base first found the ghost's messages here.
The first transmissions from the lost soldiers were recorded here by a signal officer training new recruits. I heard about it soon after. Yes, word of the childlike, almost playful messages spread quickly, but the broadcasts were usually dismissed as an ongoing prank, faulty equipment, or AM stations bouncing off the Midland. However, after I successfully decoded one as a mayday from Calvin Gilbert, an electrician who perished on the USS Kanaloa, I knew it had to be something more. Alright, let's open this door. I wonder if we're going to get some interesting information in here. I cannot interact with anything in here. Okay. Okay, so we have to hurry now. I think the tower is the only place we haven't gone. So yeah, I'm glad that it let us come back. I wish they didn't railroad you right there, because I mean, to the point where I tried to reset the game to get back. I realized we couldn't get to the tower anyway. But, like, yeah, it felt really bad for a moment there. I was like, I'm on a mission that I'm trying to do, and I can't right now. The question is... Now, see, all the notes have been tied to a location. Like, the notes are location specific. At least the ones that we're reading in this version of the game. I suppose it could be random. Like, nothing is important about the beds themselves. Like, nothing is important about the beds themselves to be like, they first found them here. Did we find that? Maybe we did find the note here.
Memories would fade. Without this, Papa, Lima, Alpha, Quebec, Uniform,
Plaque.
Echo.
Where was there a plaque? Because it's not this. Oh, I guess it is.
Oh, she was working at the tower the morning they sank.
I was on watch duty in the tower when it happened. Having just gotten back from an early leave for the reading of my father's will, for years I childishly blamed him for this, too. His one last act against me, but it was nobody's fault or decision but my own. I'm sure it was Francis Salter who sent the Canello's distress signal. It had been cut off. I still don't know why, and I hastily interpreted the garbled transmission as an attempt to jam radar. And so I sent back the guidebook recommendation to scout and bomb if necessary. Alright, so we found all the letters, but nothing magical has happened. Okay, too much of concern. This island and is a lie. Okay, right. I don't know. I've been compelled by forces both outside my control and my own willful concern for the safety of others to conceal the many truths about Edward Island. But now I feel any further inaction may carry a far greater risk. Inside, you'll find 2 WAL liquid radios. I have commandeered the old Cardinal Station 140.1 and used it to relay clues to nearby beacons buried throughout the areas. Find these beacons in the notes within and discover the true chronicle of the island. To whosoever finds the material, know that I am discomforted for keeping it hidden and ashamed for the lies I have helped preserve. But also know that I acted in what I felt were the best interests and truly for the interest of time itself. Alright, so we found all the notes, but they didn't actually lead us to any greater realization. The only thing that we have at this point is the hint that Jacob should talk to his mother. And that hint came from a mirror being who at the very least seemed benevolent. Wasn't trying to do nasty things, just giving us advice. I'm going to take a stab here and say that it's Anna. Or what is left of Anna. Because it says she was consumed, which to me implies that she is a part of the signal now. So there is a malevolent... I guess I really shouldn't say malevolent. It definitely appears as malevolent. We didn't initially peg it as evil. But there is this sort of weirdness... There is a sort of weirdness because it's a bunch of people who are trapped in some weird thing and couldn't do anything about it. Wait, where's everybody else? I'm guessing they're already in here. But yeah, they couldn't. They wanted to get out. I mean, you can't really blame somebody for trying to be free.
Listen, Alex, I don't want to say anything to Ren or Nona, but the truth of it is I'm not feeling too awesome right now. It's kind of getting worse.
Just hang in there, Jonas, okay? I know you feel like a garbage snowman right now, but we're almost done.
Hey, what do you call a man who's short of time?
Uh-oh.
Huh? Have you heard this?
No clue.
Tim. You call him Tim?
Short on time.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, it's not one of my finest.
It's kind of spooky, right? The beds? Thinking they would have slept here while the rest of us burned?
Yeah, but do you think it would even have worked? Like, if Yugoslavia or whoever dropped an A-bomb on their heads, I don't know if this place would have held up.
No, I think it would have worked. There's enough tons of concrete here to keep them from mutinying out, I think. It feels like wrong to see one of these when we're not in a time loop, right?
Okay, I was wondering if I was in a time loop.
Wait, it's... Oh, damn, it's another radio wave log thing.
Wait, where is everybody else? No, seriously, where's everybody else? Okay, I can't go back up. Alright, well, maybe I can. Maybe it's just... Nope. Oh, yeah, okay. Where's everybody else? I want to know where everybody else is. I'm really confused why they're not down here with us. Unless it's just us going down there. I thought it was everybody, though. I guess we were the ones to incite it. Okay, yeah, it's stopping me at the top. Alright. Let's do this. Let us defeat some ghosts. As I said, I can't entirely blame them. They want to be free. It just... They're basically looking at it as trade a life for a life, and they don't have much empathy for the problem. Is it on 140.1?
Wait, before... Look, if something happens on the other side of this door, just... Don't be stupid. Cut and run, okay? If I turn into dead weight or start freaking out, just get to the boat. Do whatever you have to.
Jonas, we're all getting out of here. I mean, look, we're about to fix this in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. This is microwave popcorn of a problem.
I'm not asking, I'm telling.
Look, dream a little dream, buddy. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna leave you. Now, let's just get this door open, do what we gotta, and get home.
Wait. Okay, you know what? There's like the 10th time we've heard this song all night. There is something going on with... Like, why would this specific tune be all over the place? I have to...
Okay, if it'll make you feel better, we'll investigate the case of Jonas's mom's weird song before we save our lives.
Sounds perfect.
It said we need to listen to Jonas's mom.
It's like breaking or something. Can you fix it? It sounds like it's her. Like a recording, or it's my mom. That's her voice in the static. You can hear that, right? I mean, I know you don't know what she sounded like, but you can hear that. The voice, right?
I do. I kind of hear the humming.
Hear it.
Is it possible? Do you think it's possible? I mean, we've been like talking with ghosts the entire night. Do you think it's like it could be, right?
It's possible. I mean, a lot's happened tonight in this general realm of craziness, so I'm not gonna rule it out.
God, she's like so close. Can you just try and tune in the signal? This tape player thing isn't even... I have no clue what's going on, but...
Sure, I can try, I guess.
Yeah, cause this... I don't know how to get this clearer or whatever. I just can't really get this to change. Mom? Whoa, Alex?
Jonas, wait! Jonas, where did you go? Come back.
a very good question. You have to put your flashlight away before you can climb. It did say the door would close behind us, so I'm pretty sure it's going to stop me at the top again, and my only option is to go forward, but... yeah. So the actual driving force here is he's gone, and we can't sit around and wait for him to come back. Partially because the game isn't going to just let him come back, and also we did have a time limit, and it's 5:30, and we have until sunrise, which could be almost any time. I don't actually know where this island is, so... actually, wait. We have to go forward and face it. I don't know what the source is. That's the problem. I want to say it's the 50.8 because that was mentioned a very long time ago. Or was it 60.8? That's the problem. I don't remember.
You know, the truth is, we could have left whenever we wanted. We weren't prisoners of the cave.
And why use my friends? Why are you switching with them? Why are you doing this?
Because it's scary, that's why. Have you ever stared into nothing and moved with it and felt a part in it? It's worse than when we were wilting into atoms. Worse than dying the first time.
I can imagine it, okay? You think contemplating annihilation makes you special?
What you can imagine is a toddler's toy bag compared to facing real extinction. Don't speak to us of imagination. Whatever you think you can do, you can't. We're not going back. We won't go back. Child, wait your turn.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Why isn't this, like, connecting? Hello? Somebody there?
You've come to close the hole, right, Dad? Well, you're gonna find out it's not that simple.
Yeah, I've come to close the hole. I've come to do what Maggie Adler tried to do 50 years ago, all right?
Okay, well, it didn't work then. Why would it work now? God, you're so spoiled. You don't even know the cost of things. Closing the hole with your stupid toy will spare your friends from our bloom, sure. But it will seal you up in here with us. You'll die with us again and again. So think long and hard about those friends.
Well, it'd be an alright way to go if it meant saving some people you care about.
One last chance. You don't have to die.
You can leave, you know, through the gate you opened.
And we keep the girl. Clarissa.
just gonna abandon Clarissa. Who do you think I am?
Who do you think we are? Do you think we wanted to be thrown away? Like some faulty appliance? We won't let it end like that.
They didn't know it was you. Nobody, barely anybody knew. It wasn't just Maggie's fault or their fault.
Is that Anna?
It was a catastrophic event.
A catastrophic event? You make it sound... fated? Like some faulty appliance? We won't let it end like that.
I don't believe in fate. Things happen. And the people they happen to.
Yes, they do. We can feel this binding. You have maybe just a few moments left. We feel terrible, we do, but you have to know why, that everyone chose to forget about us. Everyone just shuttered us away into a back closet of their thoughts.
Maggie remembered. She wanted...
Oh, getting started already. Okay, you want to play chicken with the void? Fine. We can see how long you stay on the throttle. Just don't blink.
Oh, you don't want this. Then get out of everybody and I'll stop.
It's everyone or nothing, girl. Understand your situation and accept it.
It won't hurt, we don't think. The change. But we hope the trip was worth it. Seeing the depraved tourist trap they built on our corpus. Did you see the gift shop? You can buy a little submarine footrest if you fancy that sort of thing.
Hey, Maggie lost someone too. She lost Anna trying to help you, trying to get you out, bring you back.
Margaret built a castle on a hill. You think she even thought about us? Looking down on her kingdom?
She obviously did. She thought about you a lot. She couldn't even bring herself to leave. I mean, what more of a sign do you want?
Signs aren't what we wanted, dear.
Enjoy the scenery.
Gets old after a while,
Believe us, we will not see each other again.
To the crewman of the USS Kanaloa named Henry, I'm going out on a limb here, man. I know you're in there. I know you're a person. I know you're all people. Come on, just please help me. Help my friends. Stop this.
Henry. Was our name ever...
Henry?
I almost remember.
My
Name?
You were people once. Don't lose that part of you to be this.
It's...
my name.
Henry Griffin. It's hard to remember certain things. Our faces went a while ago, then our names.
Names. Our names. But our anger.
Our anger is... we're afraid all we have left. It's kind of the last stitch.
That's not all you have. You know that's not all you have.
Scrap it. Keep your nature.
We'll keep ours. Maggie has, will have this friend, and you sort of remind us of her.
Strange.
Girl. Odd-tempered.
Take care with the time you have left, child, and take notice of what you choose to.
Did I just convince them to spare us? By appealing to their humanity? That's what I was hoping to do. Oh boy. What's our name? Oh, MD and. Okay, it's literally me. That's...
Jonas, where are you?
That is
Okay.
my
This is
username
gonna
on
be
Windows.
fine. Just
That's
work through it.
disconcerting. Oh.
Don't tell Michael what to do about Clarissa, okay? But Michael's dead. How could I even...
That's...
Whoa, wait, what's happening? Hello? Are you... Look, is someone there? Jonas? If you're still there, this would be a great time to say something. When the time comes, let Jonas talk to his mom. His mom's dead. I know.
This is
his
how I
mom's
responded.
dead. What
It
is-
was me in the mirror.
How is is this possible? What's going on? Well, that could have gone better. Right. Time loop. Tell Michael he should go out on his own. What does this matter? He's dead. He's not here.
I don't remember if that was the correct response. I think that was a test, and I think I failed. I only got one of them right. I know I got one of them right. I don't remember the other two. Should have been paying more attention. I'm gonna relive the day he died, aren't I? This looks like a childhood house.
Oh, hey, I didn't even know you were home. You're always so quiet. It's like living with a little fairy tale mouse.
Wait, did I get booted back in time?
I know, I haven't used this desk in like a year, but Dad has all his gear on the kitchen table, so I've been like struggling
Is this what
with
could
the
have been?
stupid speech, the graduation thing. I don't want it to be just the usual blah blah we've come so far type stuff. It should have like a point, right? It should bring you to your feet about something.
Sure, yeah. Give it a theme.
I'm guessing Mom probably told you about my scholarship to state, right? I don't really know how I feel about it. I mean, I feel it's not like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing, obviously.
What? That's great. Congratulations. I mean, that's awesome.
Thank you. Thanks. It's just, you know, it seems like half the teachers are alumni, and actually, I'm about to be really arrogant and presumptuous and say mean things for no real reason other than I think I know better, so forget it. I've bored you enough. I'm boring.
Michael, say it. Come on. You can't take me to the water's edge of an idea here and then not jump in. That's just cruel.
No, really. I'm talking out of my ass. It's fine. Listen, here's the... You can't tell Mom or Dad, but Clarissa and I are talking about just leaving. Getting an apartment somewhere and just doing our own thing, you know?
Oh, wow, that's exciting. This is like a huge deal, like the Boxcar Children version of getting married or something.
It's kind of a big deal, I guess. It'll be a lot harder to break up, so there's some level of vow there. She's been really pushing for it, wanting to look for places, and I'm into the idea. I really am. I wouldn't feel right about it if I didn't have your, like, blessing first. So, can you just wave your hand over my head or something and say I'm alright to do this?
God, it's hard for me to say since I love you, of course, but you should do it. Totally.
I think it's the right call.
Even if it explodes in a nuclear war-style breakup, you'll regret never trying.
Thanks. That means a lot. Alex, just get good friends, okay? And when you're with those friends, just say yes to everything. And keep away from boys when you talk to them, it feels like you're performing. But also, stay away from girls who look you in the eye for too long. And match every beer with a water. And take classes outside of school.
Michael, what's this for? What are you doing?
This is a just-in-case package, okay? Just in case I'm not around. And I love you, and you're amazing, and that's it. So...
I love you too.
But soon, I shall be so I cannot remember any but the things that never happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, she's waking up.
Is she alright?
Did we, win?
Oh yeah, big time. Wire-to-wire finish.
I think saying wire to wire is stretching it, you know, since...
I don't know about sports. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. The
I think I
important
need
thing
to
is
sit down.
whatever you did in the cave, it worked. The tear, the hole, it's fixed. The ghosts are gone. We're going home.
Or at least they've stopped trying to eat our souls.
Yeah, it's important to note that.
Jonas, what happened to you in the shelter? I just saw you disappear. I didn't know what to think.
What happened?
I thought I heard my mom, and when we tried to tune into this signal, I don't know what it looked like from your end, but it was like I'd fallen into a memory with my dad. I don't know. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have set us off course or whatever.
What happened? What was it like? What'd you, do?
It was before my mom died, before she even got sick, and I don't know. was just kind of a normal summer day, sitting in the living room watching TV with him.
No, I had something like that, too. Did anyone else? Did anyone... I'm sorry, but, like, did anyone have dreams or whatever about the past when they were, taken during the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few.
Just the one, I think.
I saw, Michael a few times back when we were here on a kind of an accidental trip.
I had my older sister. It was a night where I don't even remember why she was mad at me. Probably something I said to our mom, but I don't know why that who cares night would visit.
I wouldn't put much thought into it, Clarissa. Really.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now.
Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's like what matters to us showed up or something.
The universe doesn't care about what matters to us.
Then it doesn't matter anyway.
No, I guess it doesn't.
I can't believe everything that happened. I feel like we should tell everyone we know. Like, go on a freaking book tour, but...
What? No, are you kidding? Well, we don't have evidence of ghosts, but we know there's a continuation, a sort of life after death. This is like the moon landing times a billion.
Yeah, but no one's gonna believe it, so...
It's true.
Hey, is this your book?
Oh man, this is... We're gonna be the best couple ever.
Okay, slow down.
I lost it on the way. I thought for sure some commuter would have just tossed it overboard.
Hey, that reminds me. What were we... We were talking about something stupid right before Alex woke up.
Prom?
Prom.
I am definitely skipping this one. I'm deferring the crown to that wheelchair girl.
Are you going, Alex?
Are we supposed to still spike the punch or just bring in flasks? I mean, do they even have punch?
Maybe? I don't know. If the urge strikes to cut a rug in front of that one janitor who leers all the time.
Come on, come with me and Nona. We'll go dress shopping. It'll be fun. It'll be like a movie montage, except none of us are prostitutes.
Don't
and
be
there's no rich guy.
sarcastic. Don't be sarcastic.
Sounds great. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should spiffy up once in my life.
All right, just don't say phrases like that while we're out and we'll be solid.
All right, you know what? It's picture time.
Oh my god, come on. Nona.
Yeah, I guess we should. Tonight's been, noteworthy.
Noteworthy. That is a way to say
That is a way to say
Yeah,
it.
I'd probably say it another way.
Let's actually move outside so we can get the light.
Sure.
Ren, what is that book, anyway?
I don't know. I can hardly make heads or tails out of what the hell he's talking about half the time.
Here's good for the... yeah, just here.
Like, look. Like, this, here. When I was younger, I could remember anything, whether it happened or not. But soon, I shall be so I cannot remember any, but the things that never happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, everyone.
Wait, didn't you...
Cheese!
I think that's just the end.
Before we'd left, I told my mom I was spending the night at a friend's house, and when I got back, I didn't see any reason to change that story. And you know what? I still don't. The island did one good thing, forcing Ren and Nona together. Which is nice, because they're still together, actually, though they go to different schools now. Trying out the long-distance thing, I guess.
Oh, we get this part.
Clarissa left to study English literature. She was thinking of dropping out, but is keeping at it for now. We talk sometimes. Rarely, but sometimes. I hear she's scared of the ocean now. And she got a dog too, if you care.
Wow, only 50% of people made up with Clarissa. What are the other options?
Jonas was the first to introduce me as his sister. You know, without the step part in front of it. And it was weird at first, but it's the truth. He's my brother. He goes to school in town, and we see each other a lot.
These are all positive outcomes.
It's funny. What happened on the island used to pop into my head every single day. And then every other day. And then a week went by, and I realized I hadn't thought about it at all. I guess that's... I don't know. It's good, I think. But anyways, well, if it matters. left town to go to school. Undeclared. I need time to figure out what I want, I guess. But anyways, what time is it? Yeah, sorry, I gotta run or I'll miss the ferry. Ren's dragging me out to Edwards Island for that yearly beach party thing. And I have to pick up what's-his-name Jonas, too. I hope he's not weird or mean or something. Whatever.
Time
I'm
loop.
sure it'll be fun. It's something to do, right?
Nice. Interesting. I wonder if that happens no matter what you pick there. Finnick. Okay, those are the ghost Alexes, Echo, Vinnick, and Sydney. Wow. So yeah, that was Oxenfree. I'm gonna move my stupid mouse. So, wow. Where to begin? So clearly, there are some interesting permutations of endings. You could not connect with Jonas. You could not bring Nona and Ren together. And you could leave Clarissa to die. And there's like, what was it, 5 different endings with Clarissa? I can only think of the 2, I guess. I guess we could have just left her. I mean, obviously, we could have left her in the hands of the spirits. We could have not gone to find her, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot going on here that I'm really not sure how it all could have been different. And I think that's good. I think that is great. I mean, obviously, the other 2 choices are pretty binary. You either don't help them get together or you don't make up with your stepbrother. Or, I guess, bond. I forget exactly how they phrased it, even though it's been like 5 minutes. But yeah, the game is really fun and very engaging. The voice acting. I've already recommended this game to 2 people, and I literally started playing it a little bit over a day ago. So, right from the get-go, I knew I liked it. I loved the art style just from the beginning. It was very smooth. Very, very smooth. Like, really good. It appeals to me, that art style. And then on top of it, all of that voice acting, they nailed it. They nailed the feeling of conversations. Like, everything felt pretty natural. It felt like actual characters talking. As I said, the voice acting was great. Like, there was just a lot of... It felt really genuine. Like, I completely buy that these are characters that went through this experience and had the past. The writing was also phenomenal. Like, yeah, I commented on it earlier in the game because, we're playing as Alex, who is a character we don't know very much about, but we're trying to give her a persona, and clearly she has a past, right? They managed to write a character that has enough backstory that you understand who they are and what they've been through, but not so much of a backstory that you can't write the person that they are with your choices of dialogue and reaction, right? Like, we could have Alex, the character who is bitter at her brother leaving and trying to leave with Clarissa. Like, Clarissa was taking him away from her, before the universe did. Like, we could write that character. We could play that character. We could play... I'm sure there are other personas that you can have. Obviously, we took the more guardian persona because I just kind of played myself and how I would make decisions. The peacemaker, trying to make sure everybody gets out of the situation alive. The person who, if I were in this situation, I would hope I would actually be able to be. And to me, that makes all the sense in the world to play it like that, just because that's what I would like to do. And the game lets me do that by picking. It gives me the right dialogue options. Like, it gives you all of that spectrum, and it includes what I wanted. And obviously, I imagine there could be a version of the character that you can't specifically play, but from my perspective, flawless. With the writing. Now, all that said, I mean, the only, like, trying to come up with things that I can really criticize about the game. Obviously, there are a couple, like, controls issues here and there on, like, the corners of paths. It's not really worth noting. I did like the notes, but I feel a little cheated because I put the extra effort in to get all of them, and I didn't see much of a reward out of it. I mean, obviously the backstory is pretty interesting, but there wasn't like any interesting or big bombshells in any of those. Maybe I missed something. Maybe after you found all 13 notes, there was like one extra one that showed up. I suppose that's possible, but I don't think so. I am super curious about answering the mirrors. Like, I'm probably going to go look it up. I'm not going to play through the whole game again. I imagine there's not even... I'm not going to try it just in case it just launches me straight into the game, because that'll just be a big distraction. I'm curious how the ending could have played out differently. I did compare this to Until Dawn, which is another kind of choose your own adventure game. That one's a little bit more explicitly a choose your own adventure game, but after having watched it played multiple times, you see how little things are impacted. Obviously, there's only... I mean, if you look at the fact that there's 2 binary options and one that has 5, you're talking about 20 different endings, tops. And most of those are probably pretty similar. Like, if Nona and Ren don't get together, they don't get together. Like, I doubt that means one of them dies. It could, but I doubt that. And if you don't bond with your stepbrother, sure, that is kind of bad. Like, I think it would... I don't have any step siblings, but I imagine that considering both, especially in this case, I can't speak to all stepchildren, obviously, but these 2 kids have both lived through incredible trauma. Losing a brother and losing a mother are not simple things, especially for children. You'd hope that they could bond over that shared pain at the very least, and help each other, and just, you know, be siblings to each other like you'd hope that they could actually be. So I mean, obviously, that could be the other thing. If you don't bond with him, he dies. Sure, that could be a thing too. But considering they did the who did what for each of the different options for those characters, it seems rather unlikely, because there'd be another one in there. Like, you didn't bond with him and he died. I suppose it could be you bond with him and he perished, instead of you bond with him or you don't. We won't know because it didn't tell us what the other options were. I think they might want us to play it again. The fact that there are 5 different options with Clarissa is pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. I mean, obviously, as I was saying, as we were going through the credits there, one of them is clearly to have left her to die, traded her for the rest of your friends, which is pretty nuts. But they did a very good job of writing Clarissa, I think. She clearly doesn't like Alex. She, to some degree, blames Alex for Michael's death, and I'm not going to say that's accurate. I'm I'm not going to say it's fair, but it's understandable. Especially, I mean, we know from everything else. I don't know how much of it is influenced by the different things that we said to Michael, but it seems pretty obvious that, you know, she was looking forward to them getting out of there and, you know, moving on. I think there might be a little bit of a plot hole in the age and timing of everything, considering they're talking about prom, but also talking about a graduation speech and also talking about leaving. I'm guessing, and I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing that last conversation that we had with Michael would have been if he was still alive. If he hadn't died that day. I'm guessing that's what it was. So, I could be wrong, but that makes the most sense for how things are kind of laid out timeline-wise. Other than that, the only other qualm I had with the game is the qualm that I'm going to have with any game that has dialogue options. And that's that just because you pick one option doesn't mean you couldn't then immediately follow it up with the other option, but you as the player will never actually get that. Like, there's like the, you know, you're talking about this, I want to interrupt with this, but I could also comment on what you're currently saying. So if I comment on that, there's no reason why after I'm done saying something, I couldn't immediately go into one of the other dialogue options. That's, as it is, based on what I saw, or what I've thought about in terms of the implementation of this game, there are a lot of choices. There are a lot of choices that you could make, and how much each of them could impact the different dialogue, the overall outcome of the game. Like, I don't know, and I think that's really cool, because there has to be a lot of audio or conversations that I didn't have. But it's also possible that basically none of it mattered. Like, if we hadn't chosen, like, if we had gone so far as to say that we'd kill Clarissa in the, well, they called it Screw, Marry, Kill, but in Fuck, Marry, Kill, like, I have a feeling, that would like put you on like some weird worse path, right? Like, because you're just antagonizing her further. But yeah, I think all of the characters were really solidly written. They were really solidly acted. They all felt real. The decisions and the reactions felt correct to what was going on mostly. I mean, obviously I don't know what a proper reaction to being possessed by a ghost is, right? The supernaturalness was interesting. I'm also really curious what would happen if you failed some of those tests even harder than I did, because I just failed the one partially, and I still don't know about the mirror test. I don't know if that actually was a test. But yeah, I have a feeling that there are definitely some other options there that would be interesting to explore, though I will probably not do it by replaying the game, because that was a long playthrough. I mean, it wasn't like, 10 hours, but it was like 4 or 5, I want to say. I haven't counted up the length of all the videos that I made, but it was not insubstantial. And as I said, because it's a game with choices, I'm sure there's significantly more content in there. But even just one playthrough, buying it at full cost is $10, and I'd like to compare things with movie ticket prices. This was worth a movie. This was worth more than a movie. I enjoyed this a lot. A lot. The time sensitivity in picking dialogue options. I wish there was more of a timer rather than a fading. Because, as I said, I definitely missed one or two things that I wanted to say. Because, like, they were still faded when I tried to click on them, but I was also waiting. Because that, like, you interrupt people sometimes. I waited. I was trying to wait so I could hear more of what they were trying to say. But yeah, it's interesting to say the least. It's interesting to say the least. But yeah, I loved this game. I would recommend it wholeheartedly. I will probably go write that recommendation on Steam, even though I don't know if I can. Maybe I can write it on HIO. Either way, I incredibly recommend you play this game. even if you watched me play it through entirely, if you think that any of my choices were wrong, I encourage you to go play through the game and make those choices yourself. And do it the way that you would do it and see what the results are. But yeah, I'm still stuck on the 50% saved Clarissa. That seemed, I mean, I guess 69%. See, I feel like I got all the good results. I think I got the good ending, right? You got the two together, you bonded with your stepbrother, and you and you made up with Clarissa. Like, I think those are the better choices. I obviously don't know what all the choices are, especially for Clarissa. One of those could be, and now you're best friends, but I feel like that's not realistic because you're starting the healing journey together. Because bonding over shared trauma is a thing. Very much so. And yeah, but it does, like, the 50% is, I'm not going to say it's lower or higher than what I expected, because I don't know what to expect. If it was a binary choice, I would expect it to be higher, but it wasn't. There were a bunch of other smaller ones that I don't know. But it goes to show how well they wrote Clarissa, I think, because you have to try to forgive that. Like, that is a hard person to forgive. Someone blaming you for something that's not your fault and sticking to their guns on it. Like that, that's a great way to make somebody dislike you, right? But that's a deeper conversation that I probably am not qualified to discuss. So I will go ahead and call it here and say thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm just going to leave this one as the full, like, hour and 10 minutes that it's going to be. And just let it be that, because I don't want to split up the ending at all, because I think this episode started getting really intense near the start, and I don't want to... That's a cliffhanger I don't want to impose on anybody. So thank you all for watching. I will see you next week with something new. I don't know what yet. But until then, keep your gears turning.